Guys, welcome to another CEO Wisdom podcast. We have Reda Filali with us. He is CEO at Filali Performance Group, based in Marrakech, Morocco. Been to Morocco. Reda, welcome to the pod. Tell us a bit more about yourself and tell us a bit more about what you do.
Thank you so much, Charles. I'm very happy to be with you today. I do coaching and training. I help people maximize their performance and mainly executives and CEOs achieve the best they can do at the minimum time possible. And I try as much as possible to help people have that integration between work and life, the thing that many people call the life-work balance. And of course, I help them achieve like their maximum as they are going and progressing through life.
Right. Who are your clients typically speaking? Are they mostly CEOs and are they mostly in Africa? And what challenges do they face normally?
Yes, mainly my clients are African and people from Middle East region. Basically, the needs most of people have are these needs to balance between achievement and fulfillment. So there is something that I love to share, which is something I learned from Tony Robbins, that is the science of achievement, which means everyone can achieve something. Achievement is a science. If you know how to do things, you will get the same results. But doing things while being happy, like achieving things happily, is something that people need to learn. Like most of people, they think that the success or the achievement is something that will give them an emotional satisfaction or a fulfillment or something. This is not always true, and people think that the goal will give them something, or the truth is this is not true. Like you and I know that this is not true. What we want to feel love, satisfaction, passion, feeling wealthy, feeling good, etc. It's something that we can have it within us, regardless of the things we achieve.
Right. What did you learn from Tony Robbins, from spending time and being a facilitator there? Like, what lessons did you derive off that?
I've learned many lessons, many lessons. One of the main or the things that changed my life is the fact one of them is what I've just shared. But one thing, if I want to share one thing about what I've learned or things that changed my life, is the idea that or the belief that we have everything here, and it's all about combining many things. Like there is no one way to succeed. You just need to combine things that you love to do or you like to do or you enjoy doing or things that give you satisfaction, and it is based on our perception. So managing, controlling our perception, our reactions, our physical state and movements, these are the keys to success and happiness.
How does one manage its stress? For example, I have a wife, she's really stressed right now and putting that on me nowadays. So, does one fix that?
Yeah, so stress, there are many ways to fix that, but the first thing is to understand what really stresses her. We we have stress is caused mainly by three things, by two things. The first one is we want to change the emotions and we feel that we have to do a lot of things and we cannot do all these things in the small amount that we have, amount of time, I should say. And this situation causes us to feel overwhelmed, stressed, etc. Like we have to do things. No, what if we it doesn't work, etc., etc. So to understand, to explain this to you, like how to manage things, or to anyone who's watching, the first thing that we focus on is to understand her word. Like what does she value the most? What is the thing that is that she is fearing the most, that if this thing happens, it will lead to something. So what is the thing that she is afraid of? And more we understand her word and what things mean to her, and like what is causing her stress, and what does she value the most? Because what stops us from um, creating the communication and creating the change with others is the fact that we see things from our world, and we think that what we think, what we believe is the right thing, and this is not true. So everyone has his own point of view. So if we look for the fact that we are different and we have to understand what other people think, what other people value, what she values, what she thinks, what she needs, now we can make a change. Now we can understand, because understanding something, when we understand something, it's not stressful anymore because we know what's happening. So this is the first thing that I focus on, and this is the key to change.
Yeah, believe me, I tried to understand. it's it's quite rocket science, that one. But how does one manage, like people that don't want to fix themselves or have problems fixing
Yes.
themselves? How can they deal with that? Is it like just cutting communications with these folks, or straight up trying to find an even ground and be patient and mature emotionally speaking? How's it that us leaders, we can keep on moving forward, carry some of that pressure on our back, I guess, just part of the game, without burning out?
Yeah. So this is a fair thing. Many people try to stay with people who do not go as fast as they are going. But if we see it as two people who are having two cars, one of them is an average car, the second one is a, let's say, Bugatti or Ferrari or something. Uh, if you want to have like the full experience of your car, well, you don't need to wait for someone else, unless you have someone who either who will go with you in the same car, or who will have another car that is going somehow as fast as yours. So if we don't have people who are going on the same way, having the same vision, the same goals, etc., we we have problems. So that's when we have to explain and understand, make sure people understand what we want, our goals, our values, and understand theirs. And when I say understanding theirs, I don't mean by that they have to do what we want or we have to do what they want. We just need to be clear on, this is what I'm seeing, this is what my goal is. I might be wrong, I might be right, but this is what I'm seeing. If I'm wrong, I will manage to correct things. If I'm right, I'm right. But if you think that I can't do anything unless I do what you want, this is where it becomes challenging.
Right. Tony's a lot about cognitive behavioral therapy, and that your actual state of energy. How does that normally impact CEOs in their day to day and how they perform?
Yeah, it impacts people a lot. Actually, he's mixing a lot of sciences and practices, and the state is everything. State is the key. If you are in a good emotional state, any mean people can be gentle if they are in a good state. And any good person can be mean in a bad state. Like, people are good, are nice, etc. But when they're angry or and not losing their control or something is happening, they can say something that is not the thing they want to do or want to say, etc. So the first thing we focus on, and with people, with my clients, and this is the thing that we do with Tony Robbins clients as well, is that we help people managing their states and putting themselves in a good state, in a positive state. And in Tony Robbins' word, we call it um, it has many words, but we can call it positive states for the moment. And these states are different from the frustration states or frustrating states when people are feeling bad. So there are three keys to the emotional state. The first thing is the posture, physical posture. If you are an actor and I'm paying you $10 million and you're happy to act, but within your role you have to cry. Emotionally, you know that you're happy, but you have to cry. So you put yourself in that state. You go there, you put your physical um, body into like a posture of someone who's feeling bad, even though you know that you are happy, but you put yourself there. So the body helps a lot. The second thing is the focus. When I say the focus, I mean by that the thing we value at that particular moment. When I say like I'm going to be sad for this moment because I'm going to be paid $10 million for this role, what am I going to focus on right now? Like I'm not going to focus on the $10 million. I'm not going to focus on my family that I'm going to help or whatever it is. I'm going to focus on the thing that I hate the most. So I will look for these things. So the thing that we focus on, the thing that we look for are the things that create that state. The third thing, once I'm there physically, I'm focusing on things, I'm going to say some words. So the words I'm going to say are not going to be like, I'm happy. No. Because you can trust me if I'm telling you, you know, I'm a very confident and happy person.
Yeah, looking down.
Yeah, you can't. So the words go with the emotions and they create emotions. So these are the three components. We call them triad. These triad are a triangle having in each side of this triangle of this triad one thing like focus, language, physiology. These three components, they make the states. They create the states that we're on. So this
Right.
is how we do the
Would be
things with
quite
our clients.
fascinating to get in the head of an actor that's crying, what they're thinking, because
Yes.
it's a very intimate moment for them. And actually, it must be also fun to be next to an actor and watch a movie with him and all that went through when they actually filmed. That would be an interesting perspective for sure. So really cool thought experiment. Thank you for that, Reda. The podcast
Thank
is
you.
already over. It's really rapid fire. Where can people find out more about you?
They can follow me on Instagram, on YouTube. I'm available on Facebook as well. It's at the Filali, Thefilali.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye bye.